Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
Welcome to the Double R podcast, Double R along with son Paul and Jenna, and we thank you for joining us. We certainly hope that you stay through the entire program because it's diverse in its nature. We're going to be talking about cultural center, rural development, and the hospital. You don't get any further apart in topic matter than that.
Well, yeah, and we've got Krista Eddy is going to lead it off, and she's going to be talking about the makerspace that they've built downstairs in the cultural center. And then also some activities that happen throughout the building. So, stay tuned, and I'll be right back with the Double R Show.
He's one of the most recognizable voices in music, Billy Ocean. Saturday, October 5th, Chinook Winds Casino Resort. The international pop music icon, Grammy Award winner, Billy Ocean. Reserved seats on sale now at ChinookWinds.com, Chinook Winds box office, or by phone at 1-888-MAIN-ACT. Don't miss Billy Ocean, live Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
The visual arts director for the Lincoln City Cultural Center, Krista Eddy. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, well, thank you for asking me. I'm very excited to see you.
Now, this space that we're in downstairs, lower level of the cultural center, is what?
Oh, this is called the Maker's Place Workshop. And it is a room down in the basement that actually has our elevator in it. So it was never able to be rented out to someone else. And the door always has to be open because of the elevator. And so we schemed up this idea to make it into a kids' workshop. And we've been working on it for 3 years, trying to get it organized, color-coded, useful, safe. And it's a beautiful space. We have the old historical windows and everything is colorful and organized. And folks can come in and use it. Families can come in and use it. Kids can come in and use it. Right now we're in the middle of our kids' art camp. Our summer art camp.
Kids' art camp that you're talking about came for chamber luncheon, and there was a host of children around here.
Yeah, 25. We had 25 last week and another 25 this week. And it's a day camp. They come for the whole day. And we break it up into different blocks and do different projects. And they love it. Something
that no doubt is highly successful that you're going to bring back again.
Oh, yes. It filled up. It was full. We'll do it every summer. And yeah. I love having the kids around the building, and our new plaza is so fantastic for art camp because, of course, it's the first time we really used it. They have snack on Gary the Octopus's head, and then they have lunch over by the musical instruments and run around in the beautiful landscaping and lawn over there, and it's been really nice.
Now, you talked about before we went on the air, this space is going to be used by a host of people. You've got a Hispanic community coming in tonight?
Oh, yeah. You can rent this space either for a party or for example, this group, they're teaching a business class in Spanish upstairs in one of the rooms, and the kids of the families have this space down here to play and explore and do art while their parents are up in the class. So you can rent the room just regular with tables and chairs, or you can rent the room with stations and different art projects on each table.
I just love your enthusiasm about this program.
It's really fun. Yeah, it's fun. So right now, for this Spanish-speaking group, I have finger painting and beading set up, and I have the little instructions in Spanish, thanks to Google Translate. But it's used for all things. We've had a lot of birthday parties. We also have an open maker's place on Thursday evenings from 3 to 6, and that's open to the public, and it's $5 drop-in, spend as much time as you want. I find that young artists love choices, and so I have the tables set up. I have a clay section. I have over in that corner the invention station. And the invention station is by far the most popular part of this workshop, always.
What kind of things are we inventing?
Okay, so it's basically an area that has low heat hot glue guns. And I have a few rules about the glue guns, but that.
I hope you do.
Yes. But for the most part, kids are really, really responsible with them. And then it's just jars and boxes of anything we can think of that it would be good for building or inventing or making something. And so the kids just go through the materials over there and they use their imaginations. And some of them make functional things. Some of them make crazy, wild, alien looking things. And all of them have a blast.
Now, in the years gone by, you've accepted rings out of paper towels, toilet paper, all those type of things. Do you still want them?
Oh, yes. We get donations all the time. You can bring boxes of donations to the Cultural Center if you're cleaning out your creative space. We'll take anything that is not toxic or oil-based. It's some, we can't take oil-based paint or turpentine or anything like that. But anything like keys, buttons, pipe cleaners, pom-poms, toilet paper rolls, all that stuff. We love it. Bring it to us if you have it and you want to get rid of it.
And you create from that.
That's right. And one of the other uses of this room, originally, this is the room where we make all the art kits. The art kits are upstairs, started during COVID. It was a way to give a creative outlet for our local families during COVID. And it was one of those really wonderful things that stayed after COVID was gone. And we now have a little room upstairs where you can go pick up your art kits to take home. And they're free. There is a donation box, but they are free. They are made in this room by 12 amazing, sassy, wonderful ladies.
Yes, they are.
Every Thursday morning. Yes.
And how does somebody avail themselves of these art kits?
Oh, all you have to do is come in. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 5, but the doors are always unlocked, and a lot of people will just sneak in and grab some. They are available anytime you want them, really, and just take them home. If you have grandkids visiting, they're great to have a few of those to do projects with them. If your kids need something to do after school or, they're whatever, just keeps them creative.
We've talked primarily of children's activities. How about in the Phyllis Chessman Gallery? What do we have going on there?
Ooh, we have a very interesting show right now. It's shadow boxes. It's assemblage art, handmade shadow boxes, and they're filled with vintage items, and they're slightly dark in that they're a little creepy, which I like. And they're paired with big abstract paintings with tons of texture. So like cardboard or sand mixed in with the paint. One of the paintings even has a knit hat and a tie from her grandparents.
Visual Arts Director Krista Eddy, I love your enthusiasm.
Oh, well, thank you, Roger. I love your enthusiasm, too.
Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City does in fact have what you'll want to read. I'm Diana Portwood, and if we happen to be out of a particular bestseller, in a day or two we'll have it back in the store waiting for you. Bob's Beach Books, so you can join the conversation.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
We may be young, but we are experienced. Hi, Adina Zeller here, and Zeller's restaurants are now a year old, but the experience in preparing and serving food goes way back generations. Zeller's Lincoln City and Rose Lodge. Come on in.
We at La Roca are proud of our food, but don't take our word for it. Read the reviews. One person wrote, the service was friendly and efficient. Another writes, La Roca has become one of our favorites because it's authentic Mexican food.
Lincoln City Cultural Center is the place for lots of activities, and one that we have come upon that did not know about. Rubiel is with us, and you are doing a program on economic development right here at the Cultural Center.
Yes, so we're it's a nonprofit rural develop initiatives. We provide these kind of workshops or classes. We do it for 5 weeks, 2 hours every night, and we provide their food and childcare for them to attend. The intention of this is to essentially do economic development for rural communities in Oregon, in the Pacific Northwest, but we're doing it here in Lincoln City right now, and that's what we do. So essentially, this is a basic ramp on for people to know whether they should have a business or not, or develop the business that they have.
Are you targeting the Hispanic community?
Yeah, essentially, we want to provide the resources for them to be able to have access to these type of resources and knowledge and information because for the most part, historically, we know that these are the communities that are mostly underserved.
And what are people taking away from this, this whole time together, if you will?
Right. Essentially, they will get an idea of how to draft a business plan for their idea as any business idea that they might have. Some of them are thinking of having a tortilleria, maybe some food business. One of them has a hot tub services that they want to jumpstart with this program as well. And along with that, with the work of RDI that we have been doing, sometimes when the funding is there, we can provide them, if they apply and if they qualify by having a strong business plan, they can qualify up to $5,000 for a grant to help them specifically with the essential items that they need to start to increase their business or to get it going or to start it or to increase the capacity.
I think a lot of us don't know and realize the amount of Hispanic community that is in this immediate area and how important they are to the economy of the area.
Correct. Yeah, you're talking about a lot of labor force and a lot of things that they do. Some of them are in agriculture. Some of them have experience with essentially the fishery business as well. So it's really just, I'm amazed with the Conexión Phoenix, which is here in Lincoln City, how much attention they have and how much pull they have with the Latino community because they have built a trust. And so we're collaborating with them to use that trust that they have gained and be able to provide them this type of resources.
So what does it cost for somebody to be involved in this program?
It actually doesn't cost the person anything. We actually give them a stipend of, if they attend to all the classes, they get a stipend for $50 because we know the time and effort. So essentially that's why we take down the barriers. We provide the food for dinner tonight. We provide the child care if they have a child that they cannot have any babysitting for them and have to bring them. So we can provide the space for them to enjoy that and then enjoy the class. And then once they attend to everything, they actually get $50 for attending the class.
And the response from the community is what?
Well, it has been really overwhelming, and I'm thankful for that. I mean, we started with 23 people, and it trickled down to 17 people that are consistent with the program right now. And we are on the 4th session out of 5, so next week will be our final.
And then what happens? What goes from there? Do you start the program and process all over again?
Yeah, so essentially when we find a community that needs a program like this, we bring it to them. So we actually travel all the way to the rural communities and set up camp to do the program itself. With this particular group here, and almost every group that we visit, we follow them for about 6 months and be able to see like what do they need for them to get that idea going or get the business plan a little bit shaped or whatnot. But we have technical assistance support that we can actually talk to them, figure out what they need, and how we can get their dream or their idea as a business to actually maybe register with the Secretary of State of Oregon with an LLC or have the licenses that they need, processing applications. I mean, there's that technical assistant capacity after this.
Does your program tie in with the community college's small business administration at all?
Yeah, we actually connect with SBDC, so the Small Business Development, and which is in Newport, in the community college there. Connecting with community colleges because they have their own essentially capacity to do so, and sometimes the capacity to do follow-up things in Spanish is not there. So it really depends on what community colleges and their capacity for us to have a referral, be like, hey, go talk to them. But we do encourage them to, if they need to learn typing or how to use a computer or things like that, we encourage them to, I mean, even learning English, right? Like if there are classes that they need to learn English because they discovered like it's a huge barrier for them. Sure. So using that kind of resources that they have at hand.
If somebody wants to get involved with the program, what do they do?
Well, essentially, I mean, this is for the community itself that is in Spanish. So anybody that speaks Spanish that wants to learn from it. And we essentially, when we go to the cities, we put out flyers, we connect with the nonprofits that are already doing the work. Now, for us, we, You can help us out by spreading the word. You can help us out by donating funds so we can make more of these programs available. There is really not that much space for volunteering besides setting up the tables and cleaning up and whatnot, because the delivery has a curriculum on itself, and it's a standalone curriculum that really teaches the people how to get the business plan up and ready, and which actually adds. We do it in a cultural way that it resonates rather than just having instantaneous translation from English to Spanish. So we decided to take it all in Spanish and be able to put in every cultural aspect of it for them to understand the concepts, even the concepts of point of equilibrium. Businesses need to reach that point of equilibrium to break even and they know that they make more money when they can make more money after that point of equilibrium. So we're trying to break these concepts for them to understand, and hopefully, that's the idea.
In Oregon, there are 30 state senators, and we are lucky to have Senator Dick Anderson on the coast standing up for our voices in Salem. Senator Anderson has been called the most effective senator in Salem. He has passed landmark housing and homeless legislation, funded police, criminalized hard drugs again, stood up for local school boards, and has sent over $100 million in investments back to coastal communities for housing, mental health, health care, and infrastructure investments. Being effective only matters if it works. This is why he has been endorsed by nearly every mayor in his district. Senator Anderson is local. He understands how the small, rural communities struggle to keep law enforcement and fire funded, attract jobs, and build more housing. There is more work to be done. This is why Senator Anderson is running for re-election, asking for your vote. Please go to senatoranderson.com and volunteer a yard sign location. Volunteer or even donate. Senator Dick Anderson. Leadership that works. Paid for by Anderson for Oregon. PAC number 20255.
At Senior Fair, we're going to have an opportunity to talk to the good Dr. Leslie Ogden from Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital and Pacific Communities Hospital. And you were telling me about swing beds. What are swing beds?
Oh, thank you for asking, because we have a whole new initiative that we're working on to provide swing beds, which are beds that can be used by patients in the post-acute care setting, meaning our hospital, for that particular bed, that particular patient, becomes a skilled nursing facility. So in essence, we take the patient from acute care status, we keep them in the same bed, the same room and everything, but then we shift our focus and we become a post-acute care setting for them where they can continue to recover. It's a different rate, it's a different way of treatment, but in that way, our hospital becomes more for the patients, because as you know, there's not a skilled nursing facility beds enough for those people who need it. And this allows us to use our empty beds, if we happen to have any, for that different purpose and take care of our community in a better way.
I would have to think in this county, in Lincoln County, the number of seniors specifically, this would be something in demand.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And for the longest time during our COVID pandemic years, we were spending all of our time taking care of acute care patients. We didn't have any empty beds to do this. But before COVID and now after COVID, we have found ourselves with a handful of empty beds at any one time. So can we then become more for our community, keep those patients local in our communities to fully recover and get them back to home? And so now we are extending this program. Previously, it was only at North Lincoln. Now we're extending it as well to Pacific Communities Hospital, and both are now swing bed facilities authorized by the state.
That is a major step forward, correct?
It is. It's a major step forward to become what our communities need us to be, right? Because we need to think about the whole patient, not just, okay, we've done our acute care services, let somebody else figure out the rest. Well, we don't have enough beds. We don't have enough services. This is a way we can better serve our community and, again, keep our patients local.
At what point do you determine that somebody needs to go into a swing bed?
Well, we have pretty strict criteria about what acute care is and how that works. And when someone reaches that end of their acute care stay, we know, because the criteria has been established by the government and others, what we need to determine at that point is, are they a candidate to continue to improve their health status and get back to home? And if that is the case, if they qualify, then we can talk to them about, where do you want to go for your continued care? And if we have a bed available in the hospital, we can talk to them about, would it be an option for you to stay with us? And would you like to? Or do you want us to try to find someplace else for you further out in the county, or in many cases outside the county?
We are recording this special program at Senior Fair. Some extraneous noise in the background. That's beside the point. But I wanted to ask you, are you receiving any feedback from the senior community as to this new program?
Yes. In fact, we've had 6 swing bed patients at North Lincoln. I think we're on our 7th. And we've had 2 at PCH down in Newport. And this is just this year. And so overall, the feedback is amazing. People want to stay here. They want to be in their community. They want to do their recovery at their home hospital. And they are delighted that we have reinvigorated this program at North Lincoln, that we've added it at PCH, and that we're able to better take care of patients holistically, right? From their acute care phase all the way to their post-acute recovery, and take them all the way back home.
It's a marvelous program.
It really is. And the government allows us to do this because we are critical access hospitals. We perform those critically needed services in our small communities, and they want us to have the flexibility to take care of patients as needed.
Now, this is something you just don't go off and decide as Pacific Communities Hospital or Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital. You have to have approval from governmental agencies to do this?
Oh, yes. Oh, very much so. So our state, the Oregon Health Authority, has to license us to do this. And the federal government has the program through our critical access hospital status in order to do that as well. So yes, very much this is very regulated, and it's very different than acute care. For instance, like, you have to have the right therapist involved, because this is recovery back to getting home. So this is beyond just antibiotics for your pneumonia or whatever other, type of therapies that we're doing in acute care. This is now recovery back to your baseline, back to health at home. So it has a very different purpose, a very different strategy, and a very different plan.
Congratulations, and again, thank you.
Well, thank you. We're very excited to spread the word and really have people understand that we're trying to become more for them than ever before.
Talk about more for them. Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital, Pacific's Communities Hospital, the good Dr. Leslie Ogden. Thank you. And again, I look forward to hearing more about the swing bed program at the 2 hospitals.
Thank you. We'll share it and let you know how it goes.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service. If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries. Well, fall is here. We certainly have lots of activities that are going to be taking place in and around the Lincoln City community, sponsored by a variety of agencies. And the one that comes to mind at the top of the list is October 31st, Halloween. The Lincoln City Kiwanis Club is hosting again the
Spooky Spectacular
event you're going to find any place.
Oh, yeah, at the mall, right? At the mall, under the parking garage, and people gather and create all sorts of spooky stuff.
It is spectacular, but they need your assistance. If you'd like to contribute candy, candy for the event, it would be greatly appreciated. It can be dropped off, I'm going to guess, up at the chamber office at the mall. Take it into the mall office. Your help, your assistance would be greatly appreciated for Spooky Spectacular as they try to raise money for candy for all of the kids. And once they've been there, then they come to Holmes Road.
That's right.
As we well know, they come to Holmes Road. Other activities, the Artist Co-op has got a fall art reception on October 4th. They do some wonderful things there, and the variety of art pieces that are available to be seen and or to purchase are just absolutely phenomenal. So that's coming up October 4th. And I'd like to draw everybody's attention, as well as talking about the Cultural Center. The Tibetan nuns are coming. Now, the Tibetan monks have been there a number of times, but these are the Tibetan nuns. And I believe that they will be doing another art piece like the monks did as well.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that's something I hadn't heard of myself. I knew the monks have been here.
Oh, yeah, a number of times.
Yeah,
a number
sure.
of times. Yeah.
Great.
And what they do with the sand sculptures are just absolutely stunning. It is a real quiet, peaceful, re-energizing activity. So make certain that you put that on your calendar. Don't forget October 4th, the Tibetan nuns at the Lincoln City Cultural Center. It is just good stuff.
And so we want to thank those that came to the Always Productions, a.k.a. Double R Show booth there at Senior Fair Tuesday. We had a number of people at the booth and did a number of interviews too as well. So thanks for all those folks that joined us for the Senior Fair. And as those will know, we had a sign up for a chance to win a $100 set of gift certificates from some of our sponsors, including Kenny's IGA, Zeller's Bar and Grill, La Roca, and Bob's Beach Books, for a total of $100 worth of gift certificates. And as a random generated number will tell us, of all the entries, including those with our Double R Show Donut Club members, which get the automatic entry as well, the number generated is number 15, and that would correspond to Mr. Andrew Ramirez. So, Andrew, if you're listening, be sure to send us an email to roger@doublershow.com and to claim your prizes. So, Andrew, send us an email again, roger@doublershow.com, or ring us on our cell phone, 458-201-3039.
Dark and stormy nights. We were talking about Halloween. Dark and stormy nights every Thursday at the Driftwood Library at 4:30 in the afternoon. It is a fun event for kids of all ages. We want everybody to participate and enjoy it. Enjoy Dark and Stormy Nights.
Yeah, that's a great event. I've been to it a couple times, I think, and just hearing the stories and enjoying the space up there at the Driftwood Public Library, it's just really well worth your time.
And before we get out of here, I'd also like to draw everybody's attention to the Northwest Oregon Works Resource Fair coming up October 3rd, 3 to 5:30 at the Oregon Coast Community College. I would assume Dave Price would have more information for you on that. Also, the annual Oktoberfest dinner. This is a wonderful dinner. It's at St. Peter the Fisherman Lutheran Church, 3 to 7 o'clock. It is sausage, sauerkraut, baked potato, German potato salad, Waldorf salad, and a special oatmeal cake. Adults are $12. Children 6 and under are only $6 at St. Peter the Fisherman Lutheran Church, and all proceeds go to the mission projects. Now, the sausage, the sauerkraut, the baked potato, the Waldorf salad, and the oatmeal cake I'm really into. The German potato salad, not so much.
Okay.
Truth be known, but the rest of the menu is just absolutely wonderful. I highly encourage everybody to get out and support that event as well. And if you have a business that you particularly appreciate what they do for the community, the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce is having an awards night. You could nominate that business, nominate your favorite business by October 21. Business of the Year, Excellence in Customer Service, Beautification Award, and the new Business of the Year. Drop off those letters of nominations at the Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce, or send them an email, whatever would happen to be. But be part of saluting the business community in Lincoln City that really do quite a job.
Yeah, and then also this weekend, we've got 2 events Cascade Head Biosphere Collaborative's putting on. One of them is a partnership with the City of Lincoln City Explorers about Cascade Head, and Marjorie Price leads that, and it's the last one of the season, so be sure to visit Knight Park, catch up with Marjorie on October 5th at 10:30. Earlier, at the 10 o'clock start, we're going to actually be leading a kayak trip, so it's kayaking in the daylight. Starts 10 o'clock there.
Not in the starlight.
No, we did the moonlight a few weeks ago, and that was fabulous. This one is the daytime one. Pre-registration is required, cascadehead.org, and it is a bring-your-own kayak kind of event, too. So if you've got a kayak, you want to learn a little bit about the Cascade Head Biosphere, you want to fun kayaking on the Salmon River, join us October 5th at Knight Park as well.
It is amazing the amount of information that committee does put out and has gathered to give to people as well. So highly encourage you to participate in that. Anything else your side of the table, Mr.
That's
Ball?
it. We're clear from here.
So I guess I will do it to the doings at a Double R show, but we invite you and remind you to like, subscribe, and share so you, your family, and friends around the world and across the street can join us on a Double R show. For Paul, Jenna, I am Double R. Have yourself a happy day.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.